Hell yeah. Welcome back to LonelyMans, everybody. As always, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're almost at 100 subscribers. If you love the show, subscribe to patreon.com/LonelyMans for bonus episodes every Friday. And finally, suck our dicks, New England. We got Shyam Subramanian in the house.
Oh, shit.
Allah, hey Allah. I'm here. I'm not even. Best part is I'm not even Muslim. It's so offensive for me to do it.
Shyam's in Austin, and he hates it here too.
Oh my God! Yeah.
So quick.
Yeah.
It only took you like 3 days to be like, I hate the comedy scene here, bro.
Listen, you're gonna hate it, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, you're just gonna start loving it.
I hope
That's
so.
what happens.
You just gotta get. It's
kind
like
of the backwards of a marriage.
It's like
yeah,
the dad. It's like the dad with the pet he never wanted. He's like, oh, what is this? And then he's like,
Yeah, this marriage was arranged by COVID.
Yeah. Except you really hate the pet. No. Hey, by the way, I just want to go on record and say, when you guys first put this it's bar none best logo in the podcast game. It is. It's not even close.
You know what's funny?
It's not even close.
I rock this hoodie everywhere.
It's not, dude. It's not even close.
Just be like, that's a great name.
It's
like,
the best.
Yeah.
It's the best. It's the best. When I first saw it, I was like,
the white. I want one of those.
Shout out to Brianna Woodward for designing our logo.
oh God,
yeah, check out some of our merch here.
Yeah, where do I get some of that?
Yeah, links in the bio, right? Jesse?
Okay. All right.
Teespring.com/LonelyMans, link in bio.
Best merch in the podcast game. I stand behind that.
Promo code 50% off. There's too many Indians in this country.
Promo code Allah.
No, that charges you extra.
Promo code infidel.
Oh, yeah. Cool, man. Yeah, I'm excited, man. I'm fucking excited to see you guys. Thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
Is your family really not Muslim at all?
No, we're Hindu.
Oh, you're
Yeah.
Hindu.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So they're shitty in their own way, you know what I mean? But at least we're not violent.
Right? Just passive aggressive.
Dude, yes, dude, the best way.
This is a pro all religion podcast.
Oh, yeah, whatever.
We're right with the Lord here.
Yeah, let me preface.
Shalom, bitches.
Yeah. Obviously, you guys know I'm going to say some horrible shit. It's all just to...
It's okay. We're not gonna edit any of it out.
Yeah, we're not even going to post it, actually.
This is actually going in the river out back.
That's where it
Because
belongs.
it's over.
That's where I belong. Oh, that's where I was born. No.
Jesse's going to script the whole thing. Yeah, we can use 4 minutes.
In order to get on
4
our
minutes of
actual
thumbnail.
podcast, you have to email us 4 weeks in advance, sign up at the door, pull out a number, and do a shot.
In your underwear.
Yeah, we received your email. We're just putting you on the standby list for
yeah.
now.
What
You
if-
may get on.
Yeah,
we
you
don't know.
What if
Sit in the
I-
chair and watch us.
What if I booked a show, but it was just every gimmicky show combined? It's like, all right, so you're going to be ripping back shots while smoking a blunt in your underwear.
They already have that show, and it has a wheel.
Oh, yeah. I think I might get on
fuck.
that soon. I should probably stop talking shit.
Whatever. No, it's still fun though. I mean, I've honestly met a lot of cool. I do. There's a lot of cool people.
The
man.
good news is comics don't watch other comics podcasts, so none of them will ever see this.
Yeah. I would
Well,
assume. Yeah.
collectively, none of us are from Austin.
Yeah,
so
right.
Everyone who you're like meeting as like an Austin comic, they're all like from like a different city, like
right.
6 months ago,
Sure.
a year ago.
Yeah.
And then there's old Austin, which is a whole nother.
Yeah.
But they don't
Beast.
come out. You see some people that you like see them
Some
listen
of
on
them-
Moon
some of
Tower and be
them-
like, I've never seen this person do comedy.
We don't see
Yeah.
them because they're all getting booked on South by Southwest, Moon Tower, Just for Laughs.
Hey, we have
real shit.
we have friends on South by Southwest. Shout out Heather Keith.
Hey.
Fuck yeah.
It's the only person I know that's on South, and Adam Lucky.
When does that start?
Next week.
Oh, I
Next
thought
week.
I was.
Word.
I thought it already started.
Yeah, it's the 15th, I think, right?
Word.
Comedy's
That sounds
next
right.
week, and then music's the week after.
Word. Nice.
Enough about comedy. What's going on with you, Shyam?
You know, man, I just as I told you guys, I got fired at my job.
Congratulations.
Ben,
What were you doing before?
I got fired for saying the N-word on a recorded line. No, I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. I'm obviously.
They tried to fire me at my job for that. I was like, well, wait.
Wait, can I share this story? Wait, one time I used to live here, and one time I overheard Ben on a customer service call just go, I speak English. What language do you speak? And I lost it.
That's fucking
It was
awesome.
so funny.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
you were saying you lost your job.
No, yeah. So I lost my job. So now I'm just like I've been.
What was your job?
I worked at a call center.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
What did you- what did
Yeah.
You haven't heard his accent. His family's Hindu. He works
been
at a
a
call
long time.
center.
Yeah. I'm depressed.
I just thought it was a joke.
No, I'm bipolar. No. No, I worked that shit, and then
Man, I worked at a bunch of call centers. What did you do? What did you do to get fired at a call center? I mean, there's a lot. I've been fired from multiple call centers, so
Well,
we can talk about this.
dude, what really put me into the fucking what led to my firing essentially was I had to go to a wedding, okay, and I had no time off because I fucking called out sick all the time throughout the year,
as you do when you
Monday.
work at a call center.
You know what I mean?
It's
Like every
it's a
like
Friday. Let me call out. It's
Indian weddings last like 2 months.
Seriously, and then I got to marry my cousin.
Yeah.
And, it's a whole thing. But fucking, so I had to go to this wedding, and basically my boss was like, "You can't go," and I was like, "I mean, I'm not missing my friends. I'm not missing my fucking wedding for a job." And that was pretty much it. And now I'm here in Austin trying to do comedy or doing comedy, I guess.
Were you one of the people? Did you have to learn the dance for the Indian wedding?
No, Ben. I'm not trash.
Is that like a thing?
I'm the choreographer. No, I just teach them all boys to men dances. No, all that. You know what's funny, dude? I'm from South India, dude. So like, our shit, my people are fucking boring and conservative. They don't fucking drink.
There's no elephants and horses and shit.
No, there's that shit laying on the streets. But like, there's like,
but weddings don't have elephants.
No, not in my like.
Man.
But there's still fucking 3 days, and you eat off leaves, banana leaves and shit. Like,
Those
you know
are
what I mean?
delicious, by the way.
They actually.
They're pretty
It's like
great
the
pizza.
one fucking thing of like my Indian culture. I get a boner about like those fucking banana leaves, and they put the fucking dirty Mexican water on it to clean it right before they serve you.
How does this work? You know your shit's fucked up when the Mexican water is cleaner than the water that you had. They're like, I got it from Mexico. They're like, oh, thank God.
But see, we have there's a lot of cultural similarities with African culture and Indian culture.
Oh no, they're very similar. Like in terms of that, like you're talking about like the 3-day weddings and stuff,
Oh,
and like the way that
yeah.
people get dressed. I try to tell everybody, no one gets dressed up like Africans to an African wedding. You would think everyone that walks in, you would think it's their wedding.
Yeah,
like, you would
yeah,
just-
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
bro, you
right,
don't
right.
even know the family.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
why
yeah,
are
yeah,
you walking on the red carpet posing?
Yeah,
Like, this
right,
is not
right.
your wedding.
Yeah, dudes wearing white suits and shit.
Yeah, bro, straight up, dude.
What?
I'm like, dude, you have 12-inch gator heels on your shoes for no reason. Like, what, bro?
the
What are we
gator
doing out here? That shit is crazy.
I
bro.
try to do that at all my friends' weddings because I know they're not gonna. I come in like a tailored suit, bow tie.
That's so
Fresh
that's
face.
such a dick move.
Jesse's out dressing the
That's
groom at his
awesome,
wedding.
dude.
Yeah.
That's such.
I
such a
showed
baller
up
move.
with like a paisley bow tie, and all the groomsmen at my friend Jackie's wedding, they all had just like black and white,
That's
like
fucking awesome.
tuxedo vests and like cheap bow ties and shit. Like they're like, "Who is this motherfucker in there?"
You're like, nah, bitch, I'm sending a message.
Guys don't have to match like women do, and women like send them the dress and like, yeah, you have to buy this.
Yeah. That's
It's at a
No
regular,
offense, Holly. White women in their wedding preparations. My
Yeah.
God.
White guys always just wear. They're all in the same suit with a matching tie or bow tie or something.
Yeah.
90% of it.
Yeah. I don't, whatever. It's such a fucking burden to like. I hope. I mean, I have a lot of good friends. It's like I guess I'm gonna be in a few weddings at some point if these degenerates ever get married. But like,
Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to spending that fucking money to celebrate your unhappiness. Like, because you're gonna be unhappy in 5 years.
Ben
There's
just-
like, right?
Ben
There's
just-
like starter marriages now, right? What is it like? They say like it's like last I checked, there's almost like 70% of all marriages end in divorce.
It's
50%.
ridiculous.
I
What?
was-
It's
ridiculous.
50%.
No, now it's higher.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
Yeah,
Oh, bro, it's much higher than 50%.
There's the highest divorce rate we've like had in like years.
Oh,
or
with
something.
COVID
just-
and everything.
Yeah, last I checked, it was like 64%. That means almost like, yeah, we got married, bro. We're starting the countdown. Like
Literally,
it's fucking crazy.
It's like when you get married, it's like okay, I just want to have the sickest party. Like I want to have a great party.
Right.
That's why I want to marry a doctor, dude. I want to be such a fucking. I want to be a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
So you're saying you want to marry an Indian woman?
Exactly.
Well, you said a doctor. That's
And,
90,
and
that's
listen,
the
if
best
it's
place
my
to find
aunt,
it.
I'll settle. Seriously.
Well,
Your parents like, if you can't be one, at least find one.
Austin is what percent white is Austin again?
Austin's 72% white, 7% black.
White. So good luck with that.
I
You
feel
guys
right at
will
home.
see each other from across the street. Be like,
Dude.
There'll be one.
And you know, the Indian girl that moved to Austin is definitely marrying a white dude.
No, of course.
Shout out.
Race traitor.
There's a lot of them out here.
I can
No,
tell.
I've seen her. She's dating Miles Johnson.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is she really? Wow.
Yeah, he has an Indian girlfriend.
Hey, nice. You know,
And she's a comic too?
I don't think so.
Okay,
He's a
okay.
comic. He's a good comic.
Yeah, he's
yeah, there's definitely some comics that are an Indian woman dating a white guy. Now that I think about it, I'm not gonna name names.
yeah.
Oh wait, yeah. You're right.
Yeah, that definitely happens. That's like 90% of it. So
All right. Well, I guess my mission is to break that up.
gotta have a plan.
Yeah.
Why
Well,
are you
that's
here?
I'm not a.
Sean could pass as like a crypto millionaire down here.
yeah. With my gold, with my fucking.
Hey, buddy,
Hey,
buddy,
hey, buddy. Crypto, Bitcoin. I just just naming Bitcoin, Dogecoin, Bitcoin. I just start making shit up like fake coin.
That's
All the
not
rich
point.
all the rich people in Austin look homeless. So
Yeah.
just wear flip flops and jeans.
Please, this is my going out clothes.
I dressed up for this podcast.
Yeah, this is,
And then the homeless people have Venmo and like
Yeah,
a cell phone. And they're like, what?
yeah. Someone's been
It's amazing.
Someone's like, this
Sir,
is
is that an iPhone 12? I think you're doing fine.
Yeah, seriously, sir. You seem to have been loved much more by your father than me.
Yeah. Where'd you get a square reader from, dude?
this dude was like, he's like, anytime homeless people ask me for money, he's like, I'd be like, oh, can you break 100? He's like, yeah, they can. They're like, yeah, I got you. You're like, fuck.
Wait, so I just heard that joke somewhere. Where did I just hear that
Yeah, no, I'm
joke?
saying the comic said that joke. I'm trying to think of what comic said it, but it made me laugh.
That's what
Yeah, I
it's.
forget.
Yeah,
I don't want to give it to the wrong person.
That's the best part of this podcast. We always quote people's bits and can't credit them because there's too many comics in Austin.
That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because fuck them. That's why.
Let's stop quoting them. Let's just do other people's bits on the podcast.
Because I don't want to. I don't
sampling,
want to say
Jesse.
the wrong person.
Are you? Is it? Were you thinking? I'm trying to think. I think it was named like Nick.
Oh, I thought it was somebody completely different.
Okay, then we may not. Maybe they're just you telling each other's jokes, which is Austin comedy.
Oh,
Leave it in the
wait.
comments, everybody.
If you've heard that joke, tell us who said it first. We don't want to know second and third, just the first guy.
Who's
That happens
Nick?
a lot out here.
How? Wait. So how? Like, besides the comedy scene, how do you guys like the social scene of Boston?
So
Ben and I did it up last summer.
Okay.
I love Austin, like the city itself, like the weather, like all the stuff there is to do. Like I like the city. The comedy scene, garbage, but
Yeah,
the city
yeah,
itself is
yeah.
dope as fuck.
The city,
Like,
yeah, the city.
So it's just like Catch-22. Like I hated Worcester, but the comedy scene, the Boston comedy scene, was dope.
Yeah, we were talking. Do you know Sam Hunter from Connecticut?
I don't.
He just moved down a few months ago. We ran into him the other night, and he's like, yeah, man. He's like, Austin's pretty whack, but like, I'm not going back to Bridgeport.
Facts.
They were like, yeah, we're not going back to Worcester.
yeah, dude.
Austin's not perfect, but it's fucking great.
Yeah.
I like Austin a lot. Honestly,
Nice.
it's.
You started in Providence, though, right?
I started in Boston before the pandemic,
Okay,
and then
okay.
but I was like 6 months in when the pandemic hit,
Okay,
so I
okay,
didn't
okay.
really get a good like.
Yeah.
So you went to Providence where they're like, fuck the pandemic.
Oh,
We're here
they
for a
didn't give.
skew.
They didn't give a
They
fuck.
didn't give a fuck.
They were Austin
There was
before
Mike's-
Austin.
Mike started up, I think, June 2020.
Yeah.
in-
They didn't give a
in-
shit.
Once
That-
I saw Providence became the new New England comedy hub, I was like, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
I'm moving to Texas.
I'm not settling for this.
Oh my
If
god.
I have to do one more skew open mic, I'm
Oh,
not
dude.
gonna.
Yeah,
we
that-
started at a skew to learn how to bomb, and then we stopped going over
Yeah,
there.
it's so mentally unhealthy. I'm still doing it. I don't.
That was my favorite mic during the pandemic.
Yeah, this was probably the only one going on.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's fucking. It's so wearing. It's so fucking wearing.
What's going on with COVID and everything? Is it over in Massachusetts yet?
For me, it is. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I don't give it. I finally. I mean, I was half vaxxed for a very long time. Like, I wasn't vaxxed for a very long time. Pure, and not that I'm not. I know, get the vax. Get it? I just was like, I was just kind of lazy and just like I didn't give a shit because
You
we
don't
went.
have to tell me twice.
Yeah.
I don't give a What do you think? I'm gonna be one of those girls gonna start tweeting about you?
No,
I
because
don't even think Holly's vaxxed.
nope. Truth be told, people, you're not vaxxed.
No, I am.
Jesse. Oh, you are. I was going to say Jesse Mayer. You're not.
We all got vaccinated. Well, I got vaccinated because I knew it was going to come up eventually.
Dude, that's the fucking only reason I fucking got
And then
it.
Ben and Holly, they got it because something came up.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. I was like,
Yeah.
well, I would be like, oh, you want to work at ACL?
Yeah.
I'm like, I do want to go to ACL. They're like, Vax card, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm like,
dude.
it
It's
was-
fucking.
yeah.
I do have a really awesome story though about not being vaxxed. If you want to hear that, and it's very.
No, we don't on the podcast to tell stories.
Yeah.
No, what's the story?
It's pretty illegal, but so I mean I'm vaxxed now, whatever. But this was June 2020. No. Excuse me, 2021. So last June, I was in I was in New York, and I wanted to go into a comedy club to see. I wanted to see fucking. I just wanted to see a comic. I'm not gonna say the club or whatever. It was a really great comic. It was so I was like, all right. I'm standing in line, and we're in the standby line. Guys, like, it's sold out, but if you come back, if you're first in line, you'll get in. I'm like, word. Me and Kim back. We get back there. We're the first ones in line. I'm like, word. 15 minutes before the show's time, fucking bouncer comes like, all right, get your vax cards ready. Now, I'm not vaxxed at all at this point.
Yeah.
Now, I'm like, shit. I'm like, I was like, dude, I totally lie. I go, dude, I'm vaxxed. I go, but I don't have my card. He's like, well, you need a card, email something, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I go, fuck. I'm like, I'm fucking here in New York. I want to see this fucking comic, and I'm not going to see it because I'm vaxxed. I'm standing in line, and I hit up a friend of mine whose girlfriend happens to be a nurse.
Yeah.
She fucking had a blank vax card, wrote my name in pencil, erased it, wrote my Kinback's name in pencil, shot us the screenshot, showed it, got right in. And I swear to God, I hope every motherfucker in there got COVID from making me putting me through that bullshit. How stressed out I was in that fucking line. I'm like, am I really gonna fucking miss this shit? I'm in New York, like I'm fucking having a blast. I'm getting high. I'm like, oh, this is fine. I just did spot at the Grizzly Pear. Like, this is fucking sick. I'm like, no. I'm like, there's a will, there's a way.
I'm pretty good at making fake vax cards. They're pretty easy to make.
Yeah.
Listen, if they didn't want people to make fake vax cards, like, they should have made them more legit.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
they're fucking postcards. Like,
Yeah,
they
dude.
wanted people to fake this. Like,
Yeah,
if
I mean, it's like-
at least laminate your shit if you don't want people to fake it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's the simplest thing you can do. If you guys can't go out of your way to laminate it, y'all don't give a fuck enough for me to have to.
Yeah,
get it.
yeah. It's like, yeah, exactly, dude. If Antonio Brown can just skate by with a fake vax card, why shouldn't I be able to? My God.
It's so fucked up that he would have got away with it if it wasn't for a hating ass girl on
Is that what it was?
Instagram.
That's fucking amazing.
Damn.
Yeah,
That's
how
he's my favorite athlete
That's
of
how
all
he
time.
got caught.
Ben started doing a new sports podcast. You should do it this Sunday.
Oh, dude,
You
I
want
would
to be on it?
Oh,
If
I
you're
would.
gonna be here Sunday.
I'm here for like the next like, month and a half.
We'll
Yeah.
record it on Sunday. We recorded a sports podcast. I just talked shit
Oh.
about random sports
Yeah.
things.
But I
Fuck yeah,
I
dude.
sit in the cut, and Ben just goes off to the camera.
Yeah.
But like every week, there's some new story about Instagram hoes fucking shit up.
Oh,
for an
that's
athlete.
fucking dude.
This
I'm
is
so
where you
in for
lose
that.
Everything is the
That-
Instagram host.
Oh
bro.
yeah,
Like,
dude.
you-
I want that life so bad, dude. I want to make it so bad to have it spoiled like that. Like that's how I want to go down. Either
Yeah.
that, I don't want to get canceled for saying fucking some
Because
bullshit.
you gotta be doing
like,
pretty well for someone to want to scam. you
Yeah,
like that.
exactly. Right.
But now there's no way to like. Now you can make it, but you can't stay on top. You know, like
Yeah,
the moment
right.
somebody makes it, they're like, I made it. They're like, all right, and he got canceled. He
Yeah,
lasted 4.5 minutes
Dude.
of his 5 minutes of
Seriously.
fame. Like it happens so quick.
I told my friends all the time. I'm like, I just want to make it for like a year and then overdose. I'm good. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't even give a shit. Like, then just go right off in the sunset. It's like, fuck.
Live fast, die young.
Man, I mean, I feel like the overdose might give you another year at this point. You know, like, you'll have like a year on top, then you overdose, and you got a year of like, oh shit, he's really going through it, and then you got the redemption story. So that's another year, bro.
That is very
That's
true.
3 years. That's a 3-year arc
Yeah.
right there, bro. You're killing the game.
3 year.
And then
arc.
you have a documentary.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Obviously.
It's just me saying slurs the whole time, and then angry with that I'm not getting booked. Like, well, if you just stop saying spick every now and then.
We recorded you for 4 years. How do we only have 12 minutes of usable material? It's just like,
Jesse's scrubbing. He's like, there's about 30 seconds where he says something semi-normal.
We're just putting out an Instagram reel this week.
4 years later, we have an Instagram
we have a,
documentary.
we have an Instagram segment called Traumatic Childhood.
He was telling me about that. He was telling me, I go, which one
Repressed
do you want to
Memory
hear?
Monday.
Yeah. I was like,
It was like perfect, dude.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, because I feel like you would like that similar experience. Like, I don't know if you know, because like you're foreign, like you have foreign born parents as well. So like, were your parents the type that like put a lot of pressure on you to like be like to be the greatest thing since sliced bread? Or
you want to hear a fucking story? You want to hear a fucking story? You want to hear a fucking story? When I was fucking in college, first of all, when I was in high school, my parents thought I was like, I had a 3.2 GPA. I wasn't great. I was like 60 to 70-ish out of 284.
Yeah.
Okay? So like in the upper percentile, right? Yeah. My mom thought I was going to go to community college. I was like, bitch, I'm fucking skating by here. Like, I'm not even trying. Like, whatever. So whatever. So she was like, because she thought I was going to go to Harvard or, I'm like, you're a moron. Dude, my sister went to Northeastern.
Yeah.
I'll never.
School.
What?
Good school.
Great school.
Yeah.
My parents, when my sister got to Northeastern, they're like, it's like a B- school. I'm like,
you're a B- parent.
yeah, F-. F-.
Did she go for 5 years? Don't they have like a 5
year? Yeah, she did. Dude, she's fucking killing it. She owns more property than them now. Like, you know what I mean?
What does your sister do?
She works for Hewlett Packard.
Are your parents like still proud of her? Like,
no, they fucking hate. They hate her more because she's not married and doesn't have any kids. My mother literally the other day said to me, she's like, "I just want you to have grandkids so I can die happy." I was like, "That's the most toxic shit I've ever heard in my entire life, you bitch." I go, "You want me to saddle myself with a fucking 18-year responsibility so you can fucking be fucking carried around and fucking feed it fruit? Get the fuck out of here."
The legacy.
Legacy.
Yeah,
legacy. My dad with his fucking MAGA Trump hat fucking just sitting there without a shirt watching Fox News. That's the fucking legacy.
He failed with you. He's going to start all over again.
Is it just you and your sister, or do you have any other siblings?
Just me and my sister, but I have like 412 cousins.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Your sister's a strong, independent millennial woman.
Yeah. Or a lesbian. No. She's. I don't. Maybe she is. I don't know. No. That was also an issue. My sister, like when she was like 21, and she's whatever. She just like brought up the idea of like potentially like, and my mom
like every girl in college.
Exactly. Literally every fuck, like, you know what I mean. And my mom was like, went through this fucking. Just this charade, and I remember I was like, "Can you keep it down? I'm watching wrestling." Like, you know what I mean? It's like the Undertaker's coming out here. Like, you know what? I don't give a shit about this. But yeah, so yeah, I mean that I will say one thing. Not that this is so traumatic. It's just like maybe you. I don't know how with your parents like pressuring as far as like dating is concerned, but like I dated a fucking Muslim. I've talked about it on stage. I used to date a Muslim girl, and she was Pakistani. We're Hindu Indian, so fucking no, right?
Yeah.
And I'm home from college, and she like up until this point we'd been dating for like 3 years. She never met my family or anything. I didn't meet her family till the day we graduated, like 3 years later.
Yeah. I dated an Indian girl for 2.5 years. We never met each other's parents. Her parents didn't even know I existed.
Yeah. They're horrible people, and dude. So I'll never forget it. My parents like knew about it, but the thing with them is like they disapproved, but they knew I didn't give a flying fuck. I was getting blown all the time. Like, you know what I mean? You can't say shit to me. Like, you know, I'm in college. What are you gonna say to me? So I'll never forget it, dude.
College, I'm getting head confidence. There is no higher confidence than I get consistent head in college confidence, bro. That is the highest level of confidence,
Dude,
bro.
You're just busting nuts like,
Oh, take that, Dad.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt,
No,
but I'm
that's
just
all- I
laughing because
love
I'm
that.
like, man, I remember the first time I got a blowjob in college. I was like, what? I'm 6'7" now. Dude. Like, dunking on campus, I'll fuck over everybody.
I was
don't
working
give
at
a shit.
Walmart. Didn't even go to college. Was getting head. Thought life was made.
That's still
I
that's still
run
good.
Walmart. No.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm the CEO. We need to get more Chinese factory workers here. No, but dude, so this was like kind of like a known thing, but like we just like didn't talk about it. And I'll never forget, I was hungover as fuck one day, and I went out and smoked a fat joint, out by my pool. We used to have a pool. I walk back in, and I'm like going back to like my bedroom, and my dad is just sitting in the computer room that walks by. He goes, "Hey," he goes, "come in here." I'm like, "What?" I'm like, "What the fuck do you want?" Like, whatever. He's like, "So your girlfriend?" He goes, "Are you going to marry her?" I'm 21. I'm like, "Am I gonna?" I literally go, "Am I gonna marry her?" I go, "I don't know what I'm gonna eat in a fucking hour. What do you mean am I gonna fucking marry her? I don't fucking know." And he's like, "Well, you can marry a Chinese, an Indian, a black, a white, an Italian, a Jewish, a Japanese, but please don't marry a Pakistani." And I was like, "What?" I was like, "What's the big deal if I did?" I swear I shit you not. He looked at me straight in the eyes. He goes, "You would do that to me?" I was like, my jaw fucking dropped. I was like, "Excuse me?" And he was just like, "You would do that to me?" I was like, "I'm going to bed, dude." I'm like, I'll never forget that. It stuck out. I mean, it always played
You're
my
just
head.
face fucking this girl like, fuck
Yeah,
you,
I'm like,
dad.
I'm like, I'm doing it to you. I'm doing it to you.
It's like, I'm getting on my knees, but not like that.
Yeah, no carpet here.
Yo,
Yeah.
parents be saying some wild shit like that. Like,
How toxic is that?
bro, I remember my mom. I love my mom. She's an angel and a saint, and I would never say anything bad about
Sure.
her. But this one time,
My mom's
we
a
were just
cunt.
talking
No,
about.
I'm just kidding.
We were
I'm just
talking
kidding.
about like dating women
I'm
and
sorry.
shit, and she's like, and she asked me why I never like brought home a black girl. I was
Mm.
like, "Well, mama, I'm like, where are black people where we're from? We live in the suburbs." And she's like, "Look, Benjamin, you can marry a white girl, but when you guys have kids and she leaves you with the kids, you're gonna understand." I was like, "Mom, do you not know how being a black man in America works? That's my thing. This is what I do. You got it ass backwards, Mom." And she
funny.
just kept going on. She's like, "Yeah, you can marry a Mexican girl, but once she turns 23 and all her hips turn sideways, you're gonna be like." And I was just like, "Oh shit." I think it did traumatize me, because deep down in my mind, I'm like, somehow it worked, because I'm like, man, I anytime I envision myself having kids, they're just strong. They're just dark Negro babies like me. There's nothing in my memory that works. I'm like, light-skinned children. Like, it just doesn't check out. Now I'm just like, so now I'm just around a bunch of white girls and hooking up with a bunch of white girls. But in my mind, I'm like, I got to marry black. So it's not going anywhere. We're fucked. So why feel your pain, bro? I got
dude.
you.
Well, I mean, truth be told, Ben, and I think we can identify. I love white women too.
Well, it's not even.
I mean-
well, don't get me wrong. They're plentiful.
Yes,
They're like,
yes,
Everywhere
they're-
I've
yeah,
ever
yeah.
lived, it's always been like 80%. Like, I went to a high school. My freshman year in high school, we had 2,600 kids. 96% white.
Yeah, same. Yeah,
Like,
two.
what,
Yeah,
what are you
same
supposed
shit,
to do with that?
Right,
I
right,
was
right.
diversity at this school.
Right,
Who am I?
right,
And then I
right.
go to college, and the football team went out of town. I was like, it's just me and the white girl. Like, what are we doing? Fort Collins, Colorado. Like, where are the Negroes that are not on the sports team, bro? Like, what are we doing out here?
Did you have any dating restrictions from your family?
No, my mom has 5 Snow White grandchildren. So I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Snow White.
That's awesome.
have you ever
You're
had, like-
so lucky that she has grandchildren, because that just keeps them off your fucking back. Dude.
Yeah, there's my older brother and my younger sister. I'm the middle kid. I'm just like, no one gives a fuck what
That's
I'm doing.
fucking awesome.
As long as I
envy
don't
that.
go to jail or OD and die, like, I'm good.
Yeah,
So you can OD and live, though.
Yeah.
You got options,
Yeah,
dog.
yeah. My mom's thing is, as long as I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Well, I mean, she wants me to fucking get married and have kids, but like, I think she's starting to understand, because every time she brings it up, I'm like, go fuck yourself. Like, seriously, like, no, I don't say that to her, but I say that to her without saying it. But I say it to her. I have told her to fuck off.
Wait, how old are you, if you don't mind me asking?
My God, I just turned 21.
Is your sister younger than you or older than you?
She's older. She's older.
Okay.
I'm 32. She's gonna be 40.
Oh,
Okay,
you guys
'cause
are the same age.
yeah, because we're the same age. But it's like, because I would be like, it's weird if you have like a sibling that's younger than you but more successful than you.
Yeah.
Because like, I have 3 older brothers. Well, I have 4 older brothers, but one lived in Africa, so he doesn't really count in terms of like.
He's like, he doesn't really
Listen,
count as a
No,
human.
it's not his fault, bro. If you come out
No.
here from Africa for like 4 years,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you
yeah.
got a lot of ground to make
Yeah,
up. Like, you
dude,
just
for
can't come
sure.
out here and be balling.
Yeah.
But like, my oldest brother, but my brother below that, he's kind of like, he balls out. Him and his wife are like, they're balling. Like, they're straight up just like, oh. Like, they're like, we just bought, like, they're buying like $1 million home and shit. Like, they're balling.
What does he do for work?
He's he used to do tech sales, but then he became like a tech sales consultant for this like company. So he's like, which is crazy because he doesn't have a college degree.
That's fucking
It blows
awesome.
my mind. He does not have a college degree, and he works in corporate America and makes over hundreds of $1,000s with no college degree,
dude.
And then my other brother, though, he does okay, and it's kind of like, it's kind of weird when you have that dichotomy with the younger siblings like balling out and the older siblings like not balling out as much. And everyone's like, so I was wondering if you were in like that situation. Like,
No. She's fucking. When it comes to career and all that, she's fucking She's got all of her shit together. She's overall just such a better person than me. But my parents fucked her up with the whole marriage. They didn't let her date, and then as soon as she turned 21, they're like, all right, time to get married. It's like, holy fuck, like,
But now she's 40, no kids, no husband.
She's probably living the time of her life, though.
I mean, she is. I mean, I fuck her every now and then.
40-year-old woman, no kids, TikTok baby.
Are you sure she's not a lesbian now?
Dude, I don't know. Like, I've never really like had that talk with her, but like, I'm sure. Like, I'm sure she's hooked up with girls. Like, I would have to assume. Holly, how does it go?
Holly's allergic to this gay shit we're talking about.
As soon as an Indian lesbian comes up, she's like, "Get this pig out of here."
No, I was gay in college.
Oh, nice. Word.
Every sorority girl ever. That's how it works.
And your brothers dated non-white girls, right?
Mine?
Yeah.
My brother's dating a Dominican girl right now, yeah.
Oh, okay. All
My
right.
grandfather handed him a Spanish calendar, and he's like, Alex. And he has a really, like, thick, like, Italian, but also a Boston accent. And he's like, Alex, this is for your girlfriend. I got the wrong one.
Is it? Wait a second.
And my brother just looks at him. He's like, Papa, I can't give her this. Like, we just started dating.
Is she like white passing, or does she like look Dominican? Because some Dominicans are like me dark, and some Dominicans are like you dark.
Yeah.
She's not that dark, but she definitely doesn't look white.
Okay,
like she looks.
Because there's like levels. I was like, man, because like some Dominicans are like the niggas of South. Like, they really are, bro. The Caribbeans, like, you see Dominicans, bro. Any Dominican that tries to tell you they're not from Africa, don't buy that shit,
Ben,
bro.
I do want to make an argument for Puerto Ricans.
Bro, have you seen Pitbull? That nigga's not from Africa.
Yeah.
Dale, that dude.
Yeah.
No, Dominicans.
Well, I guess I was saying it in a different context.
I was in New York, and we were with this kid. I didn't know he was Puerto Rican. He had like blonde curly hair, and he looked very white passing, and he was just dropping the N-word left and right. And I was like, oh, I guess they just do that in New York. I guess it's just a New York thing. And then I found out he was Puerto Rican.
Yeah, Ben, let me ask you.
all right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
That's it.
I got black friends, right? And
We don't believe you.
I do. Seriously, and I have one gay friend. No,
Same guy.
And I truly like.
Same guy. I call him like diversity.
Two birds, one stone. And I know I make jokes about saying I obviously don't say like the N-word like shit, but like I've been told like in college, and I have friends, from the hood, from suburbs, like whatever, blah blah blah. How do you feel when like Spanish people and shit like use that word? Or like people who are like, because I've had my boy Reggie tell me, he's like, Shyam, like you could say it, like you're a minority, and I'm like, but I've literally had another black friend be like, dude, like don't ever fucking say that around me. So I obviously wouldn't, but like.
So there's certain people that are like grandfathered in. Like my boy growing up.
Okay,
like, he says nigga more than I do.
Okay,
and he's he's Spanish, but that dude looks white, and he knows he does. But he just, I was one time in D.C. and he was in the hood. And he was like, we were at the Martin Luther King Jr. Memorial.
Oh, no.
A perfect place to say this.
Bro, and he dropped an N-bomb in front of niggas from D.C. But he said it so casually, they were just like, all right, like, damn, this nigga should be saying this shit.
Yeah.
So there's like certain people that I'm just like, I could live with that. But majority of people, it's jarring when they say, like, if you're super white passing and you drop a lot of N-bombs, I'm like,
Yeah.
But if you're like dark as you, I'm like, 100%. Like it makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah,
you know?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
The police will probably pull you over. I'm like, where do you fall on the getting your ass beat by police
Yeah,
scale?
right.
If the police will hit you, I'm like, yeah, you can say nigga every
Yeah.
once in a while. You know, that's a trade-off.
What
but-
about if it's been hurled at you so many times,
Dude.
you get to reclaim it?
Dude,
Oh,
that's
man.
that's the thing. When I was growing up, like, you know, I was one of like 3 Indian kids and like 4 black kids. Like, I got called the N-word all the time. Like, all the time.
Yeah, I
like,
don't know if you know this.
like-
White people love that word.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
They love that
it-
word.
It's like their bread.
It's like a cheat code in a joke.
Yeah, yeah.
You know,
Oh my
like
God.
it's like a cheat code in a joke. Like I could say anything
For
and it
sure,
won't bomb.
for
And
sure.
I'll just be like, look at these white niggas. And
Yeah.
everyone's like, this fucking guy. This fucking guy. Ah.
It's so versatile. That's why we want it so bad.
90% of my
That's why
favorite.
we want it.
Hey, listen.
Listen, 90% of my favorite thing about it.
stock in the N-word.
Yeah. Listen, Ben, I'll give you $100 a month, all right?
Listen, I would do a joke about this. I would definitely start a service that allows white people to say the N-word. I will charge for the
Those
service.
stocks would be
Bro, if the
flying
N-word
off.
was a stock, it'd be going through the roof right now, bro.
Bezos would buy it.
N-word,
Bezos
N-word
would
coin. Like
Bezos just have unlimited. It's just like while he's in space.
Could you imagine if Bezos bought it and then he's like, yeah, y'all niggas can't say it anymore.
He's got monopoly on this
You
shit.
can't afford this.
Broke ass niggas
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
say this shit.
Every Amazon Prime box says it on the outside.
It just says,
Your package is here.
here's your package. nigga. Just an exclamation point.
That's so good.
Yeah.
That's so fucking good.
I don't want to do another guy's bit, or another podcast bit, but Anthony Cumia always says whenever a CEO of a company drops the N-bomb and gets in trouble for it, he calls it N-vesting. 'Cause their stock plummets, he invests in that company, and then when everyone forgets about it in 2 weeks, it just goes right back up again.
That's fucking
That's
And
amazing.
it's the most,
smart.
it's so
fucking
smart.
amazing.
Bro.
I know. I love Papa John's.
$500,000 per.
That's my favorite
Bro.
pizza.
That's what I think it should be. Anytime a CEO or someone famous drops an N-bomb, we just throw $500,000 into the nigga pot, and at the end of the
You know
year,
how they have, like,
we break it around the niggas in America.
you know how they're always
Reparations.
they should have like shorts where you can like bet on like who's gonna get canceled for saying the N-word next.
That's so
Yeah.
fucking
We
good.
got
Who had Kamala Harris? I didn't see this one coming.
all my money's
Oh.
on Taylor Swift.
The odds on Taylor are great.
Oh my god, Joe Rogan's like fucking 10,000. I mean, fucking 1-to-1. It's like perfect odds. It's like even money.
I'm like, at this point, if Britney does it, we're like, yeah, put you back on that
Yeah.
conservative shit. We get you back locked in.
It's Britney.
Get the fuck back. Jamie, come get your girl.
Oh fuck.
Jamie, is that her younger sister?
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, Jamie Lynn Spears.
Oh, shit, what is it?
There's a conspiracy theory that the kid is Dan Schneider's kid. There's
Oh,
like this-
Jamie Lynn's baby?
Yeah. Have you heard
Oh.
that
Dan
conspiracy
Schneider.
theory?
Yeah,
He's
there's a lot of
the
Dan
creator
Snyder.
of Nickelodeon.
Oh. Oh, and what? He's like 80.
He's gross.
He was on.
Good for him.
He was on the show Who's the
I don't know
Boss?
if it's true.
There's I've never seen that.
I think it was it wasn't Who's the Boss. I forget what show he was on. He was on an '80s sitcom, but then he did like Drake and Josh, iCarly, Amanda Bynes show. He molested like every '90s and early
He used to-
2000s.
I watched,
Oh, really?
I watched
Supposedly.
a
Oh,
YouTube
really? And it's
doc-
just coming out now? It's just
Allegedly.
coming out now?
He even got to the
It's-
iCarly girl?
I mean,
It's-
dude, if you're the creator
Apparently,
of Nickelodeon.
they had the way he would cast people for Nickelodeon is they would have this pool party
Holy shit.
where all the
okay.
girls would be like in like bikinis and they'd be like scouting and stuff.
Holy
there's
shit.
all this
Well,
crazy.
that just sounds
If
like
you-
good business.
If you go on YouTube, there's so many. Like, you just
Everyone
type
is-
He
in,
should have
like,
taken some tips.
It's also said like all this stuff about feet.
Yes,
like he had
I
a
was
foot
trying to get at
fetish.
that.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah.
No, you explained it perfectly, but yeah, there's compilations of all of his TV shows that he produced where there's like foot scenes.
Get the Yeah, probably. Now that I'm thinking about it,
like iCarly,
That's
they did
so
like they did
fucking
finger puppets
fucked.
on their toes and stuff. So they're like their feet are right in the camera. They're like wiggling their toes around and shit.
that is so fucked up, dude.
Yeah.
That's so. I can't even. That's might
Just
even.
to play devil's advocate here.
Go ahead.
Please.
The authority on the N word of the podcast. And also,
So this nigga, right? Just kidding. No, we ain't claiming him. This is about that.
hey, pedophile apologist Ben Basson.
Whoa. I'm out. I just. So has he ever been like?
N-word-lodian.
No, has he ever been like? What Nickelodeon? Could you imagine? There was just a black version of Nickelodeon.
Oh my god!
It just plays Keenan and Kel on repeat.
And the Proud Family.
I was gonna say that.
I want to see the outtakes from Keenan and Kel where they're just dropping
Oh my.
Mr. Rockmore just like
and
completely
Kate.
blowing character and like
Who
you
loves-
ignorant ass.
Who loves orange soda? Nigga, we get it. You love orange soda. You and every nigga in the building.
Does that So Raven count, or was she too light skinned?
No, that's what Raven counts.
She's a lesbian, right?
No, is she not?
I thought she was at one point. no?
Raven Simone.
Yeah.
I think so.
Possibly.
Maybe
It's Bill Cosby's
I was
fault.
just gonna say.
She was
Wait,
on The
she
View,
was
so
on one of
probably.
the. She was one of the girls raped by Bill Cosby.
No, she was
No,
on the
we just
Cosby
assumed
show.
so.
Oh.
But we assumed he probably
Did
spilled
she
a-
have a vision of it?
She knew before everybody.
It's the future. Raven, what is it?
Don't eat that pudding.
She just pulls out a gun and shoots herself. Okay.
Oh god, that's so
So
good.
has this Dan Schneider dude ever been like convicted of anything? He's ever been caught of anything?
There's no proof anywhere.
So there's no proof.
They might have like silently given him the boot over there. I don't know if he still works there.
Has he ever had to pay out any like silent settlements like Bill O'Reilly style?
Possibly. I don't know.
I'm very intrigued at this. I'm like,
Bill O'Reilly, you're talking about.
I'm like, okay, because let's just say, and this is the devil's advocate here, that the only thing that he did was just put foot scenes on the show.
Yeah.
Like, that's like the
I
extent
get
of
what you're
what he
saying.
did.
I get
And
what
a
you're saying.
real pervert noticed this.
So who's the person that's like, hey, wait a second. But more so, what's the point of getting power if you can't do like one little thing? You're like, listen, I'm not going to touch these kids, but I do like feet.
It's like,
Just
that's how
wiggle
he
some
gets-
toes on camera, we'll call it even. Like,
One of the Nickelodeon logos, do you remember back in the day, was an orange foot that said
yeah, it had the
Nickelodeon
little
Yes.
thing. I was,
inside of it.
yes.
I think that might have been on his shows.
Yes. yeah.
I've never even heard of this.
And
Dan
who knows?
Schneider.
And who knows now?
He's
What
like
was,
the creator of like a lot of Nickelodeon
Yeah,
shows.
at the end it says Snyder's Bakery. That's him.
Okay.
He produced all those shows.
and
Delicious.
and who
They
knows?
cut out the part where it says, little girl.
Kids.
They're like, then we're just gonna cut it right here.
They're like, we'll edit this. He's like, no, I want it. No, you don't. You don't want this in there.
Oh my god. That's hilarious.
Oh,
Fuck,
man.
man.
If I have the time to edit this podcast, I'm just going to put up the compilation of all the feed stuff behind us as we talk about it.
Fucking, that's
But it's so
hilarious.
fucked up though. Like, my whole thing is, it blows my mind when people are surprised that rich people in power have been doing fucked up creepy
Yeah,
shit the whole
right,
Why
right,
do you
right.
think these motherfuckers got rich to begin with? They're
Right,
like,
right.
dog, I'm gonna get rich and I'm gonna abuse the shit out of some people. Like, that's the whole point why people were getting rich before.
It's the American dream.
Exactly.
I mean, seriously.
You want to be like, I have enough money now to put these brown people in their place. Like, that's getting money in America.
Also, absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
for
Like,
sure.
Maybe he didn't set out to do that, but once he got it,
Of course.
Oh, bro.
you
And then
power.
you get away with it one time. You're like, I'll do anything.
I'm the feed man
anything,
now.
and then all of a sudden now you're like, all right, come in. You know what to do. Like, it just becomes a thing.
I hosted an open mic for 35 minutes, and I was like, all right, I get it now. I like this. I like
I'm
this
like, no, you don't
authority.
get on. I control the time.
Yeah.
Oh, you think you're just gonna put your name on this
Look,
list?
it's me. I'm the captain.
Oh, for sure.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, this have you guys been seeing a lot of people like saying like, oh, like
the N word. Yeah.
Well, I thought that was just Austin. I thought we just established that. I've written so many jokes about the N-word usage here. I'm like, man, I feel like I have to stop saying it down here. It's like it's gone crazy.
Stop
I'm
making it look so cool.
like, just every time I'm just like, fuck, man. I ain't got shit, man. Niggas. Everyone's like, ah! Works every time.
I started going up on stage and saying, "What's up, honkies?" Just trying to like feel what it might be like.
What's up, honkies?
What's up, fellas?
Hey, crackers.
Oh, yeah, what happened? Wait, what were you gonna say before that, Ben?
Oh, what was I talking about?
Have we been seeing a lot of
like people talking about going to like the Ukraine stuff. Have you guys been seeing people saying like they're gonna go over there and like fight for Ukraine, or people should be doing that? Have you been seeing a lot of that shit?
Miss me with that shit.
I can't believe it. I'm like, I'm about to start punching anybody who says that. I'm like,
I will say one.
It's too soon. Like usually I don't get offended by jokes. I'm like, all right, this isn't even a good joke. This is just like.
Yeah.
oh no, I'm not even like joke wise, but like people talking about like
Actually
like
going?
like people like saying that we should like send troops over there and people should like go over there and fight for Ukraine and shit. Have you seen people talking about this?
I haven't heard like people like me and you that are just like, I'm gonna go to Ukraine and fight.
Yeah,
Because like that's fucking insane. Who the fuck? Whatever. Some open mic comes like, dude, I'm going to fucking Ukraine. Like, wait, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry, I was just saying they're giving out like AR-15s and stuff.
Yeah.
So apparently that's like they're trying to like.
Yeah, to the
Incentivize
Well, that's
it.
probably why a lot of Texans are signing.
they're like,
up. Yeah,
yeah,
AR-15.
yeah,
Get one of
yes.
them, too.
Americans, give me your guns. We'll give them to Ukraine.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably got
De-arm
great
yourselves.
aim. A lot of Texans, all they've been shooting is bottles and deer their whole lives. Now they can actually get some real action.
They're just like, I've been waiting for this.
Dude, where
And their
have you been?
ex-wife Susie. Okay, sorry.
Where have you been? Like hearing people?
No, just on Twitter, people talking about this shit, just like stuff like that. I was
I
like, is
mean-
this like a thing that's happening? I'm like, you guys are outside. Because the funniest video I saw was the one black dude living in Ukraine, and he was like, they asked me to go fight for Ukraine. For like 5 minutes. He's like, I am going to go, me fight for Ukraine. And he was just this African dude living in Ukraine, bro. And I was like, yeah, this checks out.
I thought we wanted less white people. Let them kill each other.
Bro,
They're not white people. Eastern Europeans aren't
Are
white
you,
people.
are you kidding me?
Ukrainians
They're
are
like
whiter than-
well,
Ukrainians are whiter than
You're
Holly
white.
white. Like
but
they're
no, they are. I used to date a girl from Moldova, which is in between Ukraine and Romania.
Yeah.
When I say they're not white people, I mean there's no emotion. Like they're
not even
cold.
human.
Dude, my ex-girlfriend was, and bitch is not the right word, but like when I say like there were moments where like, you know, I'd be like really like depressed and down. She'd be like, "Why are you depressed? In my country, we poor." And I was like, "You make a good point."
yeah, no,
I'm a little upset that the TV isn't working. So
I'm saying that's because they go through some shit. Like you
Of course,
Eastern
of course.
Europeans, you can tell them comparative. Like they look like regular like American people, but like the best way I could describe it is like they looked like weathered. Like they look like they've been through some shit.
They all look like they want a divorce. Like
Yeah.
that's the look that they have on their face. That they're just like
but,
want a
their
divorce.
Face, it looks like it's been through some shit.
Yeah.
Your people's faces are all like soft. And
Yeah,
smooth,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
subtle.
Yeah.
Like nah, their faces got like it's been through some shit.
Yeah.
Alcoholic fathers, PTSD
Yeah,
moms.
yeah.
Getting bombed every like 4 years.
right.
there.
Poverty.
Yeah,
Right,
they've been through some shit. I've dated a couple Ukrainian girls, a couple Romanian girls, and they're very, they're just like that.
They're
Like,
cold as fuck.
They don't
don't
put up
give
with
a
your
shit.
shit.
They also
Which is kinda
chain
hot, too.
smoke like crazy.
Holy shit, they do. They fucking do.
They love that song Closer.
Just into the chain.
Yeah, they just love that. They're just,
Imagine a chain smokers concert with just a bunch of Ukrainians just chain smoking.
your roommate up in Boulder.
Oh fuck, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I used to work with a bunch of Ukrainians at a hotel in New York. And,
Oh, shit.
Doing like banquet service.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they're
yeah.
extremely hardworking. Like
They
they'll
are,
just
they
go
are.
all day. We worked like 12-hour, 14-hour days sometimes, and like these people wouldn't eat.
Right.
And it's
right.
like, do you want? And they would like offer us food and stuff. Like the managers would, and they're like, no, I had coffee this morning,
Yeah,
and that was
yeah.
like it. Like,
I mean, truth be told, I'd work pretty hard too if my house growing up as a child was clay. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
I'd have to fucking no. But no, you're 100% right. Also, I've also noticed that a lot of Turkish people too. Like saying like hard. I mean, just like Eastern, like Europe, like very
Yeah,
like,
Albanians. I
yeah,
worked with.
super fucking
Yeah.
like yeah,
It's actually
super.
just everyone but Americans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally,
Not-
yeah,
that's some
Indian,
Canadians.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
like-
yeah. That's fucking yeah.
African people are my favorite though because African people aren't like, on general, they're not like the hardest working people, but they're very creative. Like some people you have to be just to live, but like African people are the type that are like, how can I figure out how to get water here? It's going to the well. They're like, I will make a woman do it.
Yeah.
Did we gentrify the word hustle? Because I feel like girls are like, it's my hustle. It's like you're selling candles, bitch. Like,
Oh, I see so many articles about side hustles now.
yeah, like
Yeah.
hustle. That used to be like people like.
It means you sell drugs.
Yeah.
you used to
I
move
think
that
we
way. You were
gentrified
moving
the
to
word
work.
hustle
Literally.
for
You're
people's.
scamming people out of money.
Yeah.
That's not
You
a
were-
hustle. That's a pyramid scheme.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
You used to
sorry.
hustle. You used to sell crack. Like, yeah. If I said I'm hustling, I'm like, oh, okay. He has
Side
horrible.
hustle. That's just a second job.
It's just a girl DMing people on Instagram, listening to "Every Day I'm hustling, hustling,
Selling
hustling."
vitamins.
Yeah, I think you need. What's that? What's that one? Oh, it's like
Detox tea.
Nutra something.
Oh,
What is it?
I watched a documentary about that one. It's like the vitamin company, the supplement company.
Yeah, it's like that.
Yeah, it's a
like
complete pyramid.
Do you know what my favorite thing is and no offense with white women, Holly, no offense. When you go and you'll see like Instagrams and their Instagram will be like life coach.
Yes.
I like 21 years old, like life coach. I want to like every time I see that, I just want to like shoot myself in the fucking head. Like,
Vice did an article on them. They're pretty successful. Like,
like what? Like life coaches?
yeah, because they do it over like Zoom and shit.
But what is?
I don't even know if they have college degrees most of the
You don't need a
time.
college degree to be a life
what do you
coach.
even do as a life coach? Like,
I don't know. Like I guess it's you're like,
You-
hey, you know, you
read
suck at life, but you're not that bad. Like
Yeah.
that's what life coaching.
They
to
tell
me
you to
is.
get out there and hustle and grind.
This hustle and grind culture's got fucking out of control. These fucking motivational
is.
speakers all the
Dude.
time. It's like, what? You slept, dog?
Yeah.
I ain't slept in 4 years, dog. I'm grinding every
what
day.
was the one you listened to that was like, "There's no such thing as depression. It just means you're
shout
failing."
out Andrew Tate. Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
Andrew Tate, he was on Tom Segura's podcast, and
Yeah.
I got obsessed with him for a little bit.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
signed up for his Hustlers University course for $50
Okay,
a month.
okay, okay.
Hustling,
It teaches
hustling.
you like crypto, copywriting.
Really? And it's legit?
Just it's pretty. If you actually follow all the shit, if you're not a lazy piece of shit like
Okay,
me.
okay.
But like they have people on there that will coach you, and then there's like message boards where you can like other people share their advice. They help each other out.
Oh, okay. all right.
There's like a whole freelancing course. So like, it's basically like find something that you're like kind of good at that you can like sell online.
Oh, okay,
And then it
okay.
teaches you how to like promote it and like cold email people and get customers.
Oh,
and shit.
okay. All right.
But it's all run by Andrew Tate, who was a 4-time champion kickboxer. He ran out of money and owed the mafia money in like maybe Romania.
Get
or
the
something
fuck
like
outta
that.
here.
So he used to fuck a lot of ring girls.
Yeah.
So he flew them all out at once without telling them what was going on.
Yeah.
And he was like, hey, I'm starting a webcam company and you're all going to work for me. And 3 of them said no. 2 of them said yes. And off of those 2 girls, he became a webcam pimp,
What?
made his first $1 million doing that.
This is the greatest American of all time.
He's absolutely insane.
What? That's the most ridiculous story I've
But
ever heard in
like
my entire life.
you would find him so hilarious.
Really?
Because he's got all this like alpha male like fucking
Yeah, yeah,
bullshit.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
of course men are gonna cheat. If you have status and power, why would you not cheat?
Okay. He's one of those. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
You're
he's one of
saying
those
he's a
guys.
visionary.
So you're saying he's
He's
Gandhi.
About everything.
That's fucking hilarious.
he's-
Wasn't Gandhi doing wild shit like that? Wasn't Gandhi like sleeping
Yo.
in bed with a bunch of women just
Yo,
to see like
yes.
if he
Yo,
stop
Gandhi-
himself from temptation or some
Oh, was
shit?
Gandhi
And-
corrupt too?
He wasn't corrupt, but in the words of my father, Gandhi was a crook. My dad hates Gandhi.
I did a portrait of Gandhi made out of different animals in art class in 6th grade, but that's unrelated.
It's just all elephants, cows.
It's so funny because like you hear all these stories about people like as a kid, you know, like all these like great historical figures,
yeah.
whatever. And then when you're like an adult, you find out like the real story, and
Yeah.
you're like, oh,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
there's like the most obvious one is like MLK. You know, it's like Martin Luther King Jr. single-handedly saved slavery and all black people.
Yeah.
We're like, oh shit, and
Yeah.
then you grow up and you're like, yeah, that nigga didn't even want to do it.
Yeah.
They were like, Martin, we
Wait,
need
he
you to do
didn't? I still haven't learned this part yet. They're still telling us the other one over here.
Oh yeah, we live in Hollywood. They're like, yeah, what? He didn't say
Pretty
racism
sure we're
himself.
painting a mural tomorrow in my my culture group. No.
He did march at Selma all by himself.
He was Selma, dude. He just, yeah.
Is the movie inaccurate? I've never seen it.
No, the movie has the watch, but no, the truth is,
But there's a lot of people in that march. that were,
yeah,
like,
there was a
helping
lot
this
of people. Like there was a lot of people involved. Like a lot of the people that wrote his speech planned all the stuff. They literally like, we need someone young and like that can speak in front of people to be like the face of this. And at first, Martin was like, "Nah, dude, miss me."
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't
Wait
wanna
a
be part of
minute,
this.
what?
And then like they finally
went to
got him
jail, right?
Well, before he went
For
to jail, they finally convinced him to do it, and then that like letter, and then like going to jail. That kind of like strengthened his resolve to like be the face of this movement a lot of it. But like at first, he didn't want to do it, and he didn't want to put his business on blast because he was fucking everything.
Yeah,
Like,
of course.
people didn't know this, but what's her face?
Yeah.
It was like Nixon's wife or Kennedy's wife, one of those two people. They showed her like all this evidence of Martin Luther King Jr. being like philandering, and she was like, "I don't like this Negro," and they like thought about using it to like blackmail him to like get him out of the movement and stuff. To like, we'll expose you for like the adulterer you are if you like keep this up and shit. They never ended up doing it, but they had a bunch of evidence. Martin was,
And then he mysteriously got shot.
yeah, it was mysterious, all right, except for the fact that everybody knew.
Yeah.
Well, because here's the thing. They followed him everywhere, and they recorded all of his conversations. They recorded everything he did. So, like, when they knew it was going to happen, like, the police were there before they were even called. They were just like, and 3, 2, there it goes. All right, we're on the way. Like, it was no surprise to anybody that it happened.
Hey, we were in the neighborhood.
Yeah, we happened to be watching you. So and behold. But even he knew it was going to happen, though. I think in one of his speeches, he said he wouldn't live to see his 40th birthday, and then he got killed at 39. Yeah, go figure. That's my favorite part about MLK is like people like use him as an example, but they forget that like they hated him so much they murdered him.
Yeah,
like
literally.
it's the minor detail.
Yeah.
But he was fucking, so I respected him more when I found out. I was like, my nigga's getting some.
He had a dream. He had a dream.
That I can fuck white women in peace. A white pussy will do a lot for you. Know?
Yeah,
I will give
seriously.
credit to someone. Miles Johnson has a bit about that. He's like, I had a wet dream.
No, Martin, tell him about the other dream. Yeah, shout out Miles Johnson.
That's actually a funny joke. I had a wet dream.
Yeah, all his dreams are about him getting pussy and shit.
They should have been. They were, bro. His
fucking
actual
awesome.
dreams were. Gosh. So, man, that's why you get power, bro. Just get random pussy.
I know. That's why I want to own a
He
7-Eleven.
was the Dan Snyder of his time.
He's like, why are all these marches always about feet?
What if like everything we know is just wrong? Like every like famous author actually just like stole it from some like
I just
peasant
assumed that already.
that's like
Yeah, pretty much.
I just assume it. I just take it for face value. It's too
Shakespeare
much.
was like 10 people.
Yeah.
Shakespeare wasn't a, yeah. Do you know, have you ever seen the famous painting of the hands? Like they're like the prayer hands tattoo.
Yeah.
It's like it's based off a real famous painting, right?
I've only seen that on white trash dudes' biceps.
But is the painting the original like thing is based off of a it's a German painter that painted it, and it's like you hear the stories of like how things happen. You're like, oh, what a beautiful painting. They're like the reason why he painted those hands are because him and his brother were like a really good artist, and they flipped a coin, and one of them was like, and they like the winner would get to go to art school, and the other would pay for it by working in the mines, and then they would switch. And the brother lost and had to go work in the mines, and the other one like became like this great artist. And then after he finished school, he's like, we can switch. And the brother's like, nah, my hands are too fucked up. Like I can't even hold a pen anymore. So then the other brother painted his brother's hands that worked in the mine. So that's whose hands are in the original painting.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
That's the gayest thing I've ever heard in my life.
that's kind of like
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. It's
Beautiful,
like everything
though.
has this dark side to everything. It's
Yeah,
like,
okay, that's
it's like
okay,
this painting
okay.
is cool, but the dark side is like his brother had to go work in these fucking mines and couldn't
yeah,
like touch
yeah.
a pen or whatever. His
Yeah.
whole life is fucked up.
Mona
But
Lisa
at least
was
that
being held at knife point the whole time.
Not gonna lie, I thought you were gonna go with the guy, the brother. The brother came and was like, nah, I'm not fucking switching with you. Fuck
Yeah.
that. I'm the man. Like that's what I thought.
No,
So
I mean-
that's actually feel good
Yeah,
kind of.
it's a little bit feel good.
A little
but
bit feel good.
the true stories are always a lot more interesting than like the versions
Oh,
you learn in history. Like,
of course.
because history it only paints you like one side of a character, you
Of
know, like one
course.
side of a person, and then the other side you're like, oh, there's a demon in all of us.
Oh,
We're all
yeah.
fucking monsters.
That's what it's like talking to my dad about politics. You get one really right side. It's pretty amazing too.
How did your dad was he always like a Republican?
No,
Or-
dude. So when he first came to this country, he actually voted for Bill Clinton the first time, and then I'll never forget. I asked him recently.
I'll never vote for a nigga again.
He's like, Bill, I actually do have a great story.
Bill
about
Clinton's
Super
still
Bowl.
the first black president. Whatever. Go on.
So, dude, he told me this story about how one time he voted for the Democrats and they like pushed some sales tax through, and they said that they were going to revoke it, and they never revoked it. And he's like, from that day forward, he's like, I'm like, it was like, you know, when like Batman's parents get shot, it's like, you know, and you just like whatever. But one amazing story, dude. Fucking, because I went to the Super Bowl last year, not this past year. The year before,
the Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks Chiefs. And
that was in what, Tampa Bay?
Yeah. So obviously it's Trump country down there,
right?
And it's after the election, and he's got a Trump 2020 shirt on. It's fucking loud. It's blood red loud. Okay. And so, and my dad's a little autistic, so like, you know, we're walking around, we're like looking for shit to do. We're trying to do outdoor shit because, you know, it's still COVID or whatever. So we're walking around like this beer tasting thing, and there's these like older white women, like middle aged, probably like 45, 50, whatever. They're from Rhode Island, and they're like, "Hey, nice shirt." And my dad just like stops, like he was walking this way. They say nice shirt. He stops dead in his tracks, and he just fucking makes a beeline for them, right? Like fucking hands behind his back, just hands behind his back. I'm going to dig it. And then he fucking walks over, and I'm looking at them like, cause I know what the like when he goes off about politics, it's a freak train. Like there's nobody's. I can't tell you how unimaginably horrible it is.
Is he good at arguing his points?
Oh, he's amazing.
Yeah.
He knows a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Like he was telling them shit that they were like, what the, how does this brown motherfucker know all this shit?
Right.
Cause like, yeah, it's skewed, but he's like what he's like pointing at, he's like, that it's true, like whatever, right? So dude, he makes a beeline for them. He just starts talking about like John Kerry is a crook. The Democrats are all crooks. Donald Trump won the 2020 election, and the they're just eating it up because they're Trumpers. They're eating it up, dude. And he's killing it. It's like, you know, he's got a great set. He's 10 minutes in, he's crushing crowd work. He's got jokes. He's destroying. There's like a fucking 10-second pause, and I can see it in his eyes. And I know this man. I've known him my whole life. And he's like nervous. He's like, he doesn't know what to say next. And it's like dead silent. All of a sudden he goes, "Do you guys know Bill Clinton raped 25 women?" And the women are just like, "Oh my God, we're Democrats now." Like they just like they were, and while this like before like he even got to that point, I was like, "All right, ladies, just to let you know, like if you ask for it, like he's gonna go off." And they're like, "Oh no, let him go." I'm like, "All right." He says that, I go, "Told you so." I go, "Dad, I think it's time to go." And they literally were like, "Yeah, we gotta go." Like they were like, and it was my favorite part was 25. Like, why 25? Like, where did 25 come from? Like, you know what I mean? Fucking amazing. But yeah, that's one of my favorite. I tell that story any chance I get because it's just so fucking insane. Like that yeah. So he's a comic. He's an.
I don't know if you want to talk about it. You're telling me about the DMs you got last night from TikTok.
Wait, oh, dude, I would gladly talk about that. Too.
Yeah.
So I'll post videos of my dad saying like, you know, white man shit, whatever, you know, like, you know, and I posted one last year where he's like, it's in April 2020. I'm like, "Hey, do you still think, you know, Trump's gonna win the election?" He's like, "Absolutely," because they still like weren't giving it up at that point.
Yeah.
I posted on TikTok, dude, fucking 20,000 views, hundreds of DMs from like. Not the good white people, dude. Like they're not the good ones, dude. And like
the South will rise again.
Dude, like we love your dad. He's amazing. He's cute.
Like,
he's so adorable. There was one white chick, dude. She DM'd me and she was like, "Oh, we love your dad." Like started following me, like whatever, blah blah blah. And I'm like, she was good looking too. It's like she was hot as fuck. I go on her thing. I swear to God, dude, the first video she has on TikTok is about how George Floyd was in the wrong for stealing or whatever the fuck. I saw that. I was like, "Oh shit. These motherfuckers don't understand that I'm shitting on them." Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. They completely are like, "Oh, he's on our side." And like he is, but I'm the one putting the video out, motherfucker.
Wasn't your video about like people your dad taught you like a life lesson like hold on to things or like don't give up or something like that?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Loyal. That was loyalty. What it was, loyalty. I was like, yeah, your parents taught you about loyalty, and it's like, this is the most retarded type of loyalty in the world. Like, what is it? I try to tell my dad all the time. I go, you know, Trump would hate you, right? Like he wouldn't like. I mean, he would like him on a certain level because my dad's a fucking consumer American, whatever, blah blah blah. But like, I'm like. My dad, seriously, I swear to God, back-to-back sentences has said, if I had $1 million, I will donate to Donald Trump. And then immediately has followed up with, if I had $1 million, I would give it to the Negro College Fund. Like, he has said that before in consecutive sentences. The man's conflicted. The man has mental disease.
Yeah, that part about Donald Trump not liking him is the funniest part about all of this.
It's amazing.
Oh, that's every president. They would not have a beer with you, dude.
Oh, no,
Not
dude.
even, and especially Trump because he hates poor people.
Yeah, exactly.
That's his thing. He's like, if you're not like a millionaire around that motherfucker, like when I was living in Boston, I worked for one of the comics I hosted for at Roar. He was on the inauguration for Trump's presidency. Like he went to like his inauguration, like he was one of the comics or whatever that like
Oh, really?
that was like on the show or whatever. His name is like Bobby something or whatever. He's like in New York, like an older New York guy.
Slayton?
What?
Bobby Slayton?
No, I don't think that was his name. I don't remember. Shit.
Not Bobby Kelly. That's
No,
not
no,
New
no.
York.
Bobby Kelly's a different guy completely.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then
Danny
I was
Kelly, maybe.
Danny Kelly, as long as he can wear that hat. And then he was just like, he's like, yeah, nobody likes this. Like the dude is like, he's actually just as shitty as you think he is as a person. He's just like that, like all the time. Like
Yeah.
there's not like, some people like the media are making this guy be like worse than they are. He's like, no, he's like the type of person that'll just like call like the help like slurs and like just shit like that.
Jesus,
He's
dude.
just that shitty of a person.
Yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah,
makes
yeah.
me, I'm like, yeah, that's fair. Like,
Yeah,
these
yeah,
motherfuckers
yeah.
are like, he's our guy. No, that nigga's not your
yeah.
He wasn't building low-income housing in New York. He was tearing it down to
Dude.
build skyscrapers.
Yeah. Hilarious, dude.
dude. Yeah, shout out to your pops. That's
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
Yeah, Trump 2024, baby.
How does your mom feel about all this?
My mom's a fucking moron. She doesn't. She just hates my dad. That's all it is. My mom just hates my dad and just fucking is.
Are they still
miserable.
married?
Oh yeah, we've been telling them to get a divorce for fucking 40 years. It's been fucking, but whatever. It is what it is. You know, they're miserable. I don't give a fuck. That ain't my problem.
Hey, that's our podcast. Everybody.
Don't get married.
Please.
Good night.
No, Sean, thank you so much for hanging out with us,
Dude, this was fucking awesome, man. I'm so happy I'm here. Like,
Yeah, happy
This
to
was
have you in
fun.
town
Yeah,
for
this was a lot of fun.
an
Seriously.
indefinite amount of time.
Indefinite amount of time. Yeah, I'm gonna be, getting fucked up, chasing pussy, whatever.
We'll have you on again if this podcast does well, but we'll see what's up.
Yeah.
Let's see what
Hey,
the,
hey, man, I'm an American. Merit. I want to earn it.
hell yeah, let's go bomb an open mics, everybody.
Let's do it. Let's
Hell
do it.
yeah.
All right,
Peace.
peace.